Who's doing what we do?
All right. Coach Lambert, what appealed to you about coming to Purdue and working with Coach Brom and the Boilermakers?
Well, I've never coached in this league, and I coached against Coach Brom. We actually didn't play him when we were in Conference USA. I was at Charlotte. He was at Western Kentucky. But we were fortunate we didn't have to play him because they were really good. But I just always liked the job he did at Western. I think he's a really good football coach, and it was a good opportunity for me to come be in the Big Ten. I had played against Purdue in the past when I was at Wake Forest in Georgia. So I knew that there was a big tradition here. A lot of good players. We play against Drew Brees. There's been a lot of good players coming to this place. It was an attractive opportunity for me, and to be in the Big Ten is going to be a lot of fun.
Describe your scheme.
Well, we're a down four attacking football team. We want to be aggressive with people. We're going to have 4 down linemen. We want to get after them. We want to get after them front. We want our D linemen to make plays. So that's the way we did it at Marshall and Wake and everywhere we've been. So we want to be active. We want to be an attacking, aggressive down four team.
How do you feel like things are progressing?
It's been a good 3 days so far. It's been a good 3 days so far. The guys are really active. I think we got to generate turnovers. I think takeaway is going to be a key. I think third down's a real key. Red zone defense. Those are kind of the big 3 that we emphasize to our guys, and we need to do well in those areas of the field. Get yourself off the field, because I tell the guys all the time, we can't punt on defense. I'd like to punt sometimes, but we can't. Like if we have 3 bad plays, we get to stay. So we try to make a big deal about how do we get ourselves off the field and cut the plays down, give the ball back to the offense, and that's our part.
Just how tough was it to see some to go down?
Yeah, it's tough. Anytime you have a guy go down and then you're not sure what's going on with him, and they take him over to the hospital, an X-ray, and see exactly what's wrong with him. But it's always tough, right? And then you tell the guys all the time, hey, look, tomorrow's not guaranteed, right? He didn't show up here today thinking that this might be his last practice. I don't know if it is, but that's the mentality you have to have. You got to play fast, take advantage of every opportunity to get better, and you tell the guys that all the time. Like it changes week to week, day to day, and so that next man up mentality, you got to be prepared. You get good reps, mental reps, in practice reps. You got to be prepared to pick up the call.
If you don't have it for an extended period of time, how do you reshuffle things there at the linebacker?
Well, KD's doing a good job behind him. I'm really proud of KD. He's really done a good job. He's come in and he's it's 1A and 1B. Like he's done really well. Jalen Alexander gives us a lot of flexibility. The way OC Brothers is playing right now, Jalen Alexander's coming back. He didn't go through spring, so he's coming back off of his labral on his hip, so he's having a really good camp. So we're teaching him Mike. We try to double train our guys like OC's Will and Sam. We're trying to take Jalen, but he's getting schooled up at Will and Mike. So that'll be a possibility to move him over there. But we got Jacob Wahlberg, we got Clyde Washington, and Ben Crowley. He's the guy. I think those young guys that got good length, can run, they're physical players. So we do have pretty good depth at linebacker, which is it's a blessing for us right now. In a situation like that, if you do lose a guy for an extended period.
How will 3 co-coordinators work?
Oh, it's good. I love Mark. I've never been around Mark. And Ron's a great guy, and so a lot of knowledge in the room, coaches in the room, a lot were involved. It's just really a collaboration, and then I got to call it on game day, but it's not Brad's show. It's really about Purdue, and that's the approach we have. And that was what Coach and I talked about when I interviewed with him. Like everything we do is we're trying to help Purdue win. And that's everything we project to our players. It's about that jersey. It's been a lot of good players play here. There's a lot coming after us. And our goal right now is to elevate the jersey. And that's from a staff standpoint and a player standpoint. So it's worked out great, and it'll be good because you can lean on guys like Mark, and Ron and James. They're just guys that have coached a lot of football and a lot of experience.
What have you seen out of Yanni?
Yanni's been good. Because I've missed him since, he hasn't done anything since January. So I've been really pleased with Yanni. He's really moving around well. He's got the one thing that you just can't coach him. He's got great length, and coach, what they've done at Purdue has done a really good job at linebacker recruiting length. We got long guys, and Yanni's moving around pretty good. He's got good change of direction, good length. It's just a matter of, learning, right? He hasn't had any reps, so this is all new to him, but he's doing good. I'm really proud of him.
Who will be your playmakers?
Oh, I think OC, Jalen Alexander, Jay Graham's a guy we're using all over the place. You know, he could be the nickel, he could be a safety, he could be a Sam. That guy's active. He really gives us a lot of flexibility defensively. I think OC's a guy. He reminds me of Tavante Beckett, the kid I had last year at Marshall. He was Conference USA Player of the Year. OC really gives you a lot of flash. He's a real active guy. But I've been pleased. Jalen Alexander didn't go through spring. I've been really pleased with him through 3 days. I think he'll make a lot of plays for us.
You know, last year at Marshall, you had one of the top defensive units in the country, points per game, rushing yardage. Not all of it can translate to the Big Ten and all that,
Sure.
but what parts do need to translate to know that these guys are picking up on the defense and
Well, the
you're
one
at the high
thing,
level?
the one thing that was easy coming in was when I set up Marshall. When I went there with Coach Holliday, like when I showed up, the kids love to play. They love to practice. They love to play. And I had the same feel when I came here to Purdue. Like these guys were like I don't have to spend any time motivating. Like they love to practice and they love to play and they play with energy. And that's why we got to keep emphasizing those things of getting takeaways and hawking the ball. Because that's the one thing that when I came in, I was like, yeah, these guys, like they like to play. They love to come out here and play and practice. And that's the one parallel I would draw between those two situations.
You just need to pay attention a little bit more
That's
when
right.
when they're in the back row.
That's right, no question. I got a little stirred up today, sorry.
This last one for me, Jeff Blum, talk about his involvement with the defense.
He's been real involved, and it's been good for us because we get a lot of take on, okay, that really does affect the quarterback or it doesn't affect the quarterback. I think that's been the biggest thing is all of a sudden he presents things that, hey, this really hurts us. We might think it defensively, we might think, hey, this is bothering the quarterback, and it's not really bothering. So that aspect has been huge for us on defense, and him coming over and saying, hey, you're trying to run it like this, but like this would, if you could do it like this, would really affect the quarterback. So those type of things have really helped us. All right, guys.
Thank you, Coach.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Good to see you.